What's up, y'all? I'm Alan Hain, the Lawn Care Nut. Thanks for coming back for yet another week. So right now my cameraman is on vacation, and so therefore I'm going old school vlog style with this one. And what that means is I'm just gonna go doing all my stuff I gotta do here on a weekend, bring you guys along, and kind of give you an update on everything that's going on here at Lawn Care Nut HQ. And so I think the first thing we're gonna talk about is we're gonna do an update on my video from a few weeks ago where I was killing this Bermuda grass over here. It's now been 44 days since I did the application, and I'll link the video below if you haven't seen it. But you can see we've got quite a bit more death now than what we had when I did the video. If you'll remember, when I was at like 31, 32 days, there was still quite a bit of green in here and some like purpley color, which is typical for Bermuda. When it's going to die, it turns out purple. Now it's almost all brown. However, there is just a little bit of green still remaining here and there that you can see. So definitely gonna need another application, but we're just a little bit too late in the season to do anything now. And the reason that is because we actually had a cold spell last week, and it severely slowed the lawn down. And on top of that, this Palmetto St. Augustine is still not recovered from the stunting that it got from the application. Remember that herbicide, it definitely stunts the growth, and you can see it now. It's really revealed because I was able to fertilize now because we're out of our fert bands. I hit this with Flagship to try to get things going again. And I'll show you the areas where I didn't spray are growing in dark green, and the areas where I did spray, they just haven't moved at all. So you can see this area right here, I didn't spray right there. And look at that. That's Flagship. We'll just look at that. Beauteous Maximus. And then we back up. Back up. Now that's all dead Bermuda grass over there, but this area in here, this was sprayed and it hasn't grown at all. You can see that's growing and healthy, wasn't sprayed. This was all sprayed. All the brown is dead Bermuda grass, but there's a lot of St. Augustine still in here that's just not growing. See, when you get a little bit closer, you can see that up there is growing and this here is not growing at all. It's just not moving. The one thing that is growing though is the torpedo grass. These herbicides are supposed to suppress torpedo grass, but from what I'm seeing, the torpedo grass is raging. And it's really the only thing that's green in some parts of the lawn here. So that's opportunistic. A lot of the Bermuda died around, and now there's nothing there stopping the torpedo grass. At least the Bermuda was stopping the torpedo grass, but now that that's gone, the torpedo grass is coming in. I'll show you a spot over here too, because I didn't really have a lot of Bermuda in here, but there was a section that was right here that I sprayed. And you can see here again, green and growing right there. Still a little pale, suffering. I'll tell you what, Palmetto is really finicky. Let me just tell you, that's why you still see some of that yellowing in there. But right here, I mean, there's Palmetto in there, that green stuff, but it's just not growing. It just can't move because it's just stunted. So you have dead Bermuda everywhere here. I just can imagine if you were a lawn professional spraying lawns for a living and you left your customer's lawn looking like this for 45 days, you're gonna lose that customer. I don't care how much you try to explain to them what to expect. And so what it comes down to is, like I said before, this is not a treatment to be doing in the fall, especially again, because the days are getting shorter, number one, which slows the grass down, but number two, we had a cooler spell, slowed the grass down. The St. Augustine just doesn't have enough oomph to get going to fill back in. So this is definitely something you should only do in the spring. Do not do in the fall like I did, because now I have to live with this all during the winter, and I'm probably gonna get a letter from my HOA. Now, on a lighter note, here is the Floritam St. Augustine grass, and I didn't spray this with any of those herbicides, but you can see it's looking beautiful. This got the double dark 8 days ago, so looking good. And I'm gonna go see if I'm dominating my neighbor. I've been having a little fun with a guy that's a professional that's been spraying over here. Excuse me, sir. You see that Domination line right there? Yeah. See how mine's greener than his? You're not gonna take that away from me, are you?
No.
Because you see how much greener mine is than his? You can't take that away from me now.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna put more fertilizer down right around here. Can I put you on my YouTube channel?
Yeah, you get me.
My name is the Lawn Care Nut on YouTube. You should look me up. Because you and I are in a battle now.
Yeah, we in a battle.
We're in a battle now.
Yeah.
All right?
Right now, they ain't helping me out.
No, they're not, are they?
Yeah, it's all dry and water in.
Yeah, right? That's why I always win.
Yeah, right. So, like, we do the 50%.
Right.
Gotta do the other 50%.
Yeah, man.
Like,
I used to work for True Grain many years ago.
Yeah, like, once you don't do that 50%, it's gonna look like.
totally. Wait till the rain, then he'll get it for free.
Yeah, right.
Are you going to be back on the next round too? You doing all the rounds here, you think?
Yeah, we be in this neighborhood for like 3 days.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope to see you on the next one. I hope it gets better.
Yeah, we'll probably see us about next month on this one.
All right. I will see you then.
Right.
Take care, man.
You take care.
Looks like I'm dominating a little bit. I actually did the 2600 green charge on top of the double dark over here. So that's the Halloween domination pack I put down right there. And you can see I've got some domination. It's not probably as good as I would want, but again, that's being fertilized over there. That's the thing about St. Augustine grass. It doesn't take a lot to make it super green. If your St. Augustine isn't dark green, or at least green like that, it's just because you're not fertilizing it. That's really it. There aren't too many shades, in other words, to St. Augustine grass. It is what it is. Fertilizer makes it green, but I guess I'll call that domination, at least a little bit. Yeah, it looks a little better on this angle. Oh yeah, I guess it depends on the angle of the sun, huh? Looks a little better over here. I'll take the W. Now I don't know if you can tell, but this is pretty well overgrown, so it needs a cut, and my neighbor also needs a cut. Let me show you some pictures from 7 to 8 days ago when I did the application. I was already cut and he was uncut, and he was dominating me then, and now he is still uncut, and now I'm also uncut, and now I'm barely dominating him. So a lot that has to do with St. Augustine grass when it comes to domination is who's cut their lawn and who hasn't. As far as I'm concerned, I can't wait. I can't let it go any longer, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut, and we'll see what it looks like after that. But before I do that, I need to go on the roof and fix some Christmas lights. As you guys remember, I did a video on some clips I've been learning about, and I got some shingle clips that I don't really like, so I gotta replace those and change those out. So before I mow, I'm gonna go up on the roof and get that done, because once it gets too hot here, I can't be getting on the roof anymore. So if you missed the video last week, I taught you about some clips. These shingle clips, these shingle tab clips, they're kind of the standard that most pros will use, but I just don't like the way they work out. Again, check out the video for a little bit more detail on that. But this gave me the opportunity to do a solid 90 feet of the Ridge Clip Pro, the ones that span across the shingles. And I'll tell you, I really do like them. Now, they take a while to install. They're not easy. You can't really pre-clip the lights because they'll fall off. So a little bit more work there, but it's a much cleaner overall application. Keeps the lights oriented upward, lets you have a lot of forgiveness in the spacing. And yeah, I'm just really happy with these. You'll see it got pretty hot on the roof. I actually had to put on long pants. But took about an hour and a half to get the other ones down, get the old clips off, and then reinstall this 90 feet across the ridges. I've got a lot more Christmas light stuff coming up over the next few weeks here as I continue to update my display to these professional Christmas lights. I'll give you links below because we are carrying all of this stuff on the Yard Mastery and Lawn Care Nut websites now, and I'll see you on the roof. One other thing I was going to say is I've got some really fun content coming up here on landscape lighting. I got a little, look at this. Got a company called Volt. They're over in Seffner outside of Tampa. They came over and we got a whole bunch going on here. So this is all part of Christmas lights. Well, it's really landscape lighting, but these lights here, they're RGB, so they'll be able to turn red and green at Christmas, so I won't need my spotlights anymore. So it all kind of goes together. So that's a big project coming up, and if you're interested in how to install transformers and all that, I've been doing a lot of studying and learning, and I'll teach you everything I know over the next couple, 2-3 months or so. Ran out of string. Go back and fix that in a second. I want to show you something though. A lot of y'all are going to be seeing this time of year. This is doveweed. Now I'll show you another weed that gets a purplish flower, But this is definitely doveweed. Now this has been weed whacked to death. That's why it's actually growing in here, because I weed whacked the edges a little bit too close. And so what happens? Turf out here can keep it at bay fairly well. But along here where there's no turf, the doveweed comes in. And so opportunistic for sure. That's a word you'll hear me use a lot. But this is all doveweed here. And again, if it's not weed whacked to death like this, it'll look a little bit different. But it's those flowers this time of year that are the telltale that you have doveweed in. Now Celsius will take care of this. I'm not going to be doing any spraying today. By the way, this is also some chamber bitter right here. You'll be seeing that this time of year. Celsius, I think, takes care of that. I'll double check. I won't do weed spraying for a while. I got a few other things to worry about right now. This is the other one you'll see a lot of this time of year. See, purple flowers also. This is called dayflower, and doesn't really look anything like doveweed, except for that it has those purple flowers, which I don't even see any more than those couple right there right now. But dayflower is also a tough one. Celsius takes care of this, but it certainly does take 2 apps for sure. Well, here we go. Now he's uncut and I'm cut again. I still think mine looks better, but you know, yeah, you be the judge. I'm pretty happy with the color, especially when you get out there and you look at the whole lawn overall. It's just gorgeous. Yes, there is no sidewalk there because somebody knew that the lawn care nut was going to live here one day and he'd prefer lawn. But anyway, the thing about St. Augustine grass is I don't think it looks the best right when it's cut. Now it looks pretty good right here, but it actually looks better about 2 days after it's cut when it's just started to regrow just a little bit. Now when your lawn is overgrown like that, or like mine was, it hides a lot of things because those big fat juicy blades, they stick up in the air. And that hides a lot of what's really going on under there. So that's why the uncut man, even if he barely fertilizes or doesn't fertilize at all, when the uncut man is next to the cut man, the uncut man will always look better. Bigger too, maybe. Now this spot right here is a trouble spot. There's all kind of wires and there's all kind of junk under there from utilities. But so anyway, when I get back from the GIE, we'll take a look because he'll have to cut by then. But look at that. So that's from Double Dark right there, you can see. And I think that's looking pretty darn good, if I don't say so myself. Real quick, speaking of the Equip Expo, next week in Louisville, Kentucky, I'm gonna be doing a giveaway on the Thursday that day. I'll put a flyer right there. 2 giveaways of Earthway spreaders. So come meet me, hang out at the Earthway booth, enter to win a drawing where I'll be drawing for a spreader. We'll hang out a little bit, you know, all that kind of, you know how this goes. If you come to Equip, this is kind of cool. This is the kind of stuff you do. As well as I'll be hanging out at the My Soil booth and the Greene County booth all the rest of the days. So come by, check it out. Hope to see you guys there in Louisville, Kentucky next week.